Hey everybody, this is PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery. Got a product video for you today. We wanted to tell you about the Altra Arrows Centrum Limited 204 arrow shafts. So this is a new arrow out from the folks at Altra Arrows. And what I have for you today is I have the 6-pack of pre-fletched arrows. So first off, what are we looking at here? The Centrum Limited. What that means is that the straightness tolerance of this arrow is to within 0.003 inches. That's pretty darn straight, but the Premier would be a 0.001 straightness. So this is 0.003 straightness, carbon arrow. So that's across the full length of the shaft. That's going to be pretty straight. One of the unique features of the Altra Centrum arrows is that they have what they call no spine technology. So with a compound bow, typically what you want to do is find the high spine of your arrow. That is the stiffest part of your arrow. Typically with carbon arrows, you oftentimes have a stiffest part. You want that pointed up shooting from a compound bow for the greatest consistency. Well, the folks at Altra Arrows, the way they build these arrows, there really isn't a high side, so it doesn't matter which way you fletch this. You don't have to find that. You can fletch your arrows any way, doesn't matter. So that's a great feature that just makes things simpler for us as the archers. And the pre-fletched arrows, what that's going to come with is they're going to have 3 fletches. It's going to be 2-inch high profile, and there is a slight right offset. So that's the orientation. As I mentioned, you're going to get 6 of these in the pack. The spine availabilities are going to be 250, 300, 350, and 400. Now the weights of these arrows, it's going to be for that 250, 10.7 grains per inch. The 300 is going to be 9.1. The 350 will be 8.2, and the 400 will be 7.7. That is kind of middle of the road. That's not heavy, that's not light. You know, it's going to be a good mid-weight arrow, especially for bow hunting. That's probably primarily the use of this arrow. 204, small diameter, going to be great for long distance shooting, in the wind, western hunting. You're going to love the 204 diameters. Lastly, the other thing you're going to get in the pack is you are going to get this special insert-outsert system. So this is a system that Altra came up with. It's called the Aros system, which stands for Ultra Reinforced Concentric Outsert System. And it's a 2-part system. So let's say I take my arrow, I cut it down to my length, square the ends. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue in place this first piece. And what it has is, you'll see on the end there, it's got threads, so that when I put the outsert on for the arrow, I'm actually going to screw it in place so that, you know, here's my piece, holds it in place. You don't have to worry about glue. So if you do something to damage the outsert, you just unscrew that. You can take it off and put another one in. But anyway, you know, you're going to take this part of the system. This is going to be the insert, and you're going to glue this in place. That's how it's going to fit. And then, as I mentioned, you're going to take the outsert, you're going to put that on over top. You're going to screw it down. Obviously now it's not going to hold in place because it's not glued. And then of course you can screw your broadhead or your field point in there. But just a great system that Altra has come up with. You know, that outsert there, that's going to protect your arrow from dings, you know, banging into other arrows, shooting into a target or something. And the combined system here, because this goes down into the arrow shaft and this screws onto it, you know it's always going to be straight. There's no room in the arrow shaft for this to get off-centered. Everything's going to be straight, so your broadhead, your field point, it's coming out. As long as your arrow is perfectly straight, you know that your point, whatever you have on there, is going to come out of it perfectly straight as well. All right, so that is the Altra Centrum Limited 204 arrows from the folks at Altra. If you want to see all the variations of this that we have on our website, be sure to click the link in the description below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that bell to get notifications whenever we put out new videos. And as always, if you have any questions, you can visit us at lancasterarchery.com.